Hey, Force Sensitives. I'm Darth and Magnus. Welcome back to my channel and my living room. I thank you guys for being here. We are continuing with our redoing of the Hilt breakdowns. Okay? Now, as some of you can see on my side here, I got the Mantis Hilt. So let me clip that off the belt and we will get started. Okay? Now, this was modeled after Jedi Master Dooku, his lightsaber before he fell to the dark side. I know there are some different reasons why he fell to the dark side, Legends versus Disney canon, but it's not what we're going to talk about today. So as I break down this hilt, we're going to start from bottom, work our way up to the top, okay? Now this pommel will screw right off, just like all the other ones, but this one in particular is a little bit different because you can actually unscrew this part right here, and then these spikes come right off. Yeah, see how there's like a dip down in there? Yeah, so that way they are placed perfectly back in there. Okay. So only the Scorpion, or excuse me, the Crimson Scorpion and the Mantis, these are the only two pommels that I have that can actually do that. Now, this blade is powered up by, come on now, by 4 AAA batteries. Okay, it's not the rechargeable ones that I have shown you before, but just 4 AAA. I like to use Duracell. They seem to last the longest. That's no slight against any other battery manufacturer. I just prefer Duracell. Okay. Now this Convert Tech wheel, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Convert Tech wheel. Okay. The one that clips onto your belt. All right. Now this can just be easily removed. Okay. Comes right off. Voila. And then you get a nice little hole right there. Okay. Let's see if I can get it back in there. This is my second take doing this, so let's see if I can actually do it. Oh, there we go. Got it. Woohoo! Before I dropped it and it rolled all over the ground. I had to go chase after it. Okay. So, as you can see, as we work our way up the hilt itself, this beautiful design that they did with the ripples just goes all the way around, and it just looks amazing. They really paid attention to detail on this one. Something that I learned recently is that this part of the hilt can actually be unscrewed, and it takes forever. But all you're gonna find inside is just the top part of the battery compartment, along with all of the wires that connects to the light, the actual light source. Okay, so as you can see there, I thought that was pretty cool. Haven't really seen too many of the hilts actually be able to do that. This is seems pretty specific to this one, so that's pretty cool. Now, as we move our way up, what I like to do is just show you how I hold the Mantis. As you can see, the ignition switch is right here. While this guard is in place, I don't like to grip up here, okay? What I like to do is take my finger, my index finger, and I like to wrap it around that point to where the ignition switch is just right above my thumb. Easy access, okay? That's one way to hold it. And then, yeah, let me get up to the guard. As you can see inside the guard here, it's almost like a bottle opener. And it's very sharp too. I tend to scratch up my fingers a whole bunch. So, I preferably don't like the guard on there. So here's the emitter that can be removed. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. But here's that guard that I was talking about that can be removed. See, I'm gonna open up bottles with that one. And then just inside you have, you know, your light source right there. Now, what I prefer a few things that I prefer without the guard on there is that when you light up the blade, there's this chain of windows that goes around like this, but the guard also hides 4 tiny little other windows, which will be, shown through. Now, I personally prefer to grab the hilt about, see how this kind of ledges off right in there? Right there. That's the perfect spot. That's the sweet spot right there for me. From this position, I just get complete control as to where, holding it from the curved point, you won't feel as much control. It's not like it's uncontrollable. It's just that, let's say you get say an average grip from here, okay? An average, as in terms of agility, speed, blade work, whatever you want to call it. But as soon as I grip from up here, that average goes slightly above average, And I'll show you what I mean in a second. I just wanted to show you guys the rest of the emitter. Okay. All right. So I'm not going to put that guard back on there as for right now because I want to show you guys what I'm talking about. Where did that screw go? Okay, there we go. It only takes 1 screw to screw in the blade, and the blade I have on this one is the 36-inch polycarbonate heavy-duty ultra grade, which is it's meant for dual wielding, or not dual wielding. It's meant for heavy dueling. God, words. So yeah, I like the emerald green. I'm gonna show you how I hold the blade with one hand from the curved portion, and like I said, you get a pretty average, it's not too difficult to maneuver with. However, once you grip it like right up here, you're golden. You can just love it like that. Another good thing to know is that when you're doing two-handed, is that I like to wrap my hand, my right hand, right up around here, and then take the left hand beneath the curve. See how my right hand goes all the way down to the curve, or it kind of lines up with the ignition lines up with my pinky finger. So I like to take my second hand, and you want to give it like that inch or two away from each other. And then from here, you just got complete control. Yeah. So it's pretty easy, even with the 36-inch blade, which I prefer not to use just because, as my living room's not that big, I like the 32-inch better, 4 inches apart, it doesn't seem like much, but it really does help when it comes to, yeah, thanks. That's exactly what I was about to say. The ceiling fan. Darth ceiling fan up there, always raining on my parade and keeps me cool with his breezes ever so tauntingly. Anyways, let's get away from Darth's ceiling fan and get back to what you're all here for, the Mantis hilt, okay? Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. If there's anything that you would like to see with the Mantis, or any other questions that you may have, just, please let me know. I'm Darth and Magnus. May the Force be with you, and may that balance keep you, my friends. You guys, take care.